What is the worst show you've ever done?
You know, I wish I could say I don't have any of those stories, and I wish I could say I had a really funny thing with, I followed a clown who. They're always terrible. They're painful. I've had a million of them. I think it's funny because my first show at the Ding Ho went so well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went back the next week, and Lenny Clark was the host, and I went on after midnight. And I think it was like 12:30 or something I got on. So the show is like 3.5 hours old. And I just ate it. And especially when you're first bombing, like the first show went great and you think, oh my God, I'm amazing. Or
I've got this,
whatever.
Yeah.
I've got. And then the second show was just such a debacle and I remember somebody laughing sarcastically. And that is the worst. It's really the worst. And here I am, I'm 20 years old, and it was just humiliating, and I've had so many of those where sometimes, and here's the thing, it's not always your fault. People think a bad crowd is a crowd that's kind of quiet or something. It's like, no. A bad crowd is when you're fearing for your physical safety. You know what I mean? That people want to beat you up. You're in some kind of a bar where they're drunk, they're they want to harm you.
Right.
It's and yeah, I mean, and then sometimes you're doing a show where they would have a show at a restaurant, and people would just come to the restaurant not knowing there's a comedy show. They don't want a comedy show, and they go, okay, go up there and impose comedy on people that don't want to don't want to hear comedy. And you've got a couple where they're on a date, maybe they're having an intimate conversation. No, you have to listen to me tell my dick jokes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or somebody at the table, somebody's going to tell somebody that they're breaking up, or they've got some terminal illness or whatever. Right. Whatever their personal conversation is. No, you have to shut up and listen to me because they sent me up. They didn't come for that. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's sometimes you're imposing comedy on people that, it's almost like you're home minding your own business. Someone breaks into your house and goes, okay, now you have to listen to me sing. Well, I don't, why am I listening? Like, I didn't pay for this. So yeah, this, I remember doing the show in Boston, and there were these 3 women up front, just, they not laughing at all, and then they would whisper to each other and whatever. And I'm bewildered, and the rest of the show was doing well, so I didn't want to mess with it, whatever. And I come off, and the club owner is like, oh, I hope those 3 women from Germany didn't throw you off. It's like, oh, no. If people don't speak English or something, you have to let me know what's happening, Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
yeah, I did a show similar to that. It was in Lexington, and it was an Italian restaurant, and they basically took away a table and then brought out a little makeshift stage, and a guy gets on the microphone and is like, okay, folks, you got to shut up now. Comedy show is about to start. And here's the first guy. And it didn't go well. It didn't go well at all.
No. And one of my first sets when I first got like a Saturday at the Ding Ho, and here I'm in college and I'm doing 5 minutes. So I go up and I do my 5 minutes and it goes fine. And then I'm in the back next to the other comic, and he has an epileptic fit. Oh. And he collapses in an epileptic fit, and they have to call the ambulance, and he comes and they take him the ambulance and they take him away. And they said, okay, we're doing another show in the next room right now. You have to go on and take his place, and you've got to do 20 minutes. I don't have 20 minutes. And I just witnessed this horrific thing, and, you just see this traumatic event, and then, okay, get up there. It's like, what? So, yeah, I mean,
those are great. It's,
there's
so many ways they can go wrong.